Hi, I'm Damian Mears, aka Damicor. Today I'm reviewing some not so famous artists and their artwork. Without these people and so many more not well known artists, we would have a completely different art community across the world. We would have less art in different forms than what we have now. We are going to be reviewing four artists and their paintings who are related to other famous artists. Starting off with Jose Rizal Blasco, who was born in 1838 and died in 1913, who was the father of Pablo Picasso. Jose did a painting called Aves de Coral, which translates to barnyard fowl. Jose raised Pablo around art, which is the reason why I chose Jose. Because without Jose doing art when Pablo was a young, I do not believe that Pablo would be an artist like he is called today. The second painting is the most prime example, I would say, how a not well known artist helped create the art community we have now. He taught his son in law, before he was the son in law of him, Diego Velázquez. He was the teacher of Diego and later his father in law, Francesco Machico, who, as you can see in this painting, created a very religious painting called The Last Judgment. It shows how he believes that it's going to happen. And I believe without Francisco's help, Diego would have been either a completely different artist or would not have been an artist at all. Now let's move on to my most favorite one, the third painting, which was created by the domestic partner of Rosa Bonheur, which of course they didn't meet until the year before Rosa almost died. Well, year before Rosa died. As you can see, it's a portrait made of Rosa Bonheur the year before she died. Rosa and this woman, Anna Elizabeth Klump, wrote to each other for 8 to 10 years, but was asked to move out there by Rosa the year before she died. As you can see, Rosa Bonheur in this painting was painting without the judgment of Anna and the or Anna, however you pronounce it, or how they communicated via letters. I do not believe Rosa would have been as famous as she was. And without Anna Elizabeth Klump to be there after Rosa died, Anna helped create the long dream of Rosa, making her paintings known. And of course, the final artist, Dirk Halls, which was Frans Hals and Druce Hals' little baby brother. Of course, Juice was the oldest, Franz was the second oldest, and Dirk just 2 years behind Franz, the youngest. As you can see in this painting, Dirk Halls created a painting called The Merry Company, only 30 years before he died. As you can see, the details of Franz, Hust, and Dirk's, they all look very similar. You can point out details that are in every single one, and they could be all three brothers. I believe they were raised by a parent that was a painter, or by teach by the exact same person. A lot of say people were inspired by each other. Some, like Dirk, was inspired by Franz or Hust, or Franz was inspired by Dirk or Hust was inspired by both of those. But I think they were all inspired by each other's artworks, that they learned how to incorporate their art into their art, making the art that they have, the three brothers. In conclusion, while not so many people in the world, the life we live now would be completely different from what it is now. Jose, Francisco, Anna, and the Hall brothers are only some of the artists that help make the world that it is today, with the art, of course. But before we go, I'd like to say a couple things. Art is a judgment that your brain calls. Some may not like art, some may. Either way, everything in life is a little bit like art. A little bit has art in it. The world you live in has art. And I am sorry that if I spoke a little too fast and the paintings that are showing are different, but you'll see them. The first painting is by Jose. The second painting is by Francisco. The third painting, of course, is by Anna or Anna. The last painting is by Dirk. But I would like to say one last thing. However you see art, it is your perspective of the art. You could look up into the sky and see clouds and see a shape form in the clouds. You could look over in the horizon and see a mountain or the ocean and say, that's beautiful, let's take a picture of it. Or you could just be the art. And in my opinion, the art that is the most beautiful is the one that is from the inner heart, the inner part of the heart. And I believe that's why love is the most important part of art. Sure, there are some good arts that come from tragedy, like Shakespeare. But in reality, the main parts of art deal with what comes from the heart. And if you want to be an artist, I recommend looking deep inside yourself and seeing what do you truly feel about something and focus on that. Because drawing, painting, all this, it relates to your emotions. If you're sad, you'll notice you're drawing a sad painting or sad drawing. Same with being happy and angry. I've noticed myself. With that, I would like to say thank you, and until next time.